time to tune in. Now another Sports Center, it's a movement.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith. Got my co-host in the house with me here tonight, Mr. Mike Williams. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing fantastic, brother. Good to be here.
Yes, sir. Happy to have you. We got a very special guest. He's one of the best ever cornerbacks, best ever defensive backs to ever bless a football field. If you're a Chargers fan or even a Broncos fan from the past, you know this guy. If you don't know this guy, you don't know football. Welcome to the show, Mr. Chris Harris Jr. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Hey, super blessed to have you, and got a couple cool questions here just to see how things been going this season so far. Okay.
Right.
My first question here of the day is how has training camp been going so far? In preseason, how's that been going for you? This 2020.
It's been going great, man. We've had great competition on both sides of the ball. Offense is going to be pretty tough this year, and we feel like we're going to be pretty stout on defense. So we're having a great camp. Tomorrow we actually start the joint practices versus the 49ers, so that'll be a great test for us to see where we're at in this preseason.
That's awesome. And that'll be a good look, too, because, they're a battle-tested team up and coming. But, hey, just between us, I think you guys got them, hands down. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, we expect to have good week of practice for sure.
What is different about the Chargers this year than it was last year? Now, obviously, last year you had the virus going, the epidemic and whatnot. But what's the feeling in the locker room for the 2021-2022 season?
It's just different. So a lot of different players. When we looked at it, coach asked all the new players to raise their hand, and the majority is new players. So, so it's a new team, new coaching staff. I think guys have been able to what's a good word? Just flow into Coach Staley's system perfectly. It was a great fit, and he's been I think guys love him. And so this year, just having him, I think is going to be a huge piece for us. Also getting Derwin back, getting a lot of guys healthy that missed last year, and keeping those guys healthy. So those are reasons why I think we'll definitely be different from last year.
That's great to hear, man. And I know it's probably a generic question you get when you do interviews, but what's in your time in the league, what's been some of the more tough wide receiver matchups, would you say? Who's maybe one or two players that you always competed well against, tough matchups for you?
Yeah. Oh, man, going against Antonio Brown, Keenan Allen, those two are great matchups. T.Y. Hilton. I'm trying to think who else. Julio Jones, AJ Green. Those are boys in my class. So those have always been great matchups, tough competition, and guys had to play a lot over the years,
Yeah, absolutely. And I always enjoyed the battles when you were with the Broncos with Keenan Allen, definitely holding it down. And he moved around all over the field, and you moved all over the field with him. So it was always great to see. And then any rookies, I don't know if you pay attention to it much, but are there any rookies, big names that you look forward to going up against this year or competing with?
Oh, that's a good question. I really haven't. Probably some rookie quarterbacks. I don't know if we play any of them. I think we might play. Do we play the Jaguars this year? I haven't looked at our schedule, but hopefully we get to play against a couple of rookie quarterbacks, man. They're usually they can usually try to get you. Those are the games that you try to want to steal one. So hopefully we got some rookie matchups. I'll definitely see. I'm trying to think who else got some good rookie receivers. Most of them are. Oh, we play the Bengals, so I get to see their top receiver, Jamar
Chase.
That'll be a good matchup.
Oh yeah. Then the Dolphins got a Waddle.
You guys have the Jets this year also.
I don't think. I think we might have the Jets, so I think we might have to get to play against their rookie quarterback. So he's been looking kind of nice in the preseason. So I'm interested to see how good he's going to do once the real season comes.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And let me ask you, you mentioned Derwin's coming back and stuff like that. A lot of new faces on the team. You mentioned there's a lot of new people. That being said, if there's one word to describe the LA Chargers defense stepping into the 2021 season, what would that one word be?
Yeah. Man, I would say right now, man, that's what we're doing right now. We're trying to figure out our way and our identity. Right now, we've been definitely smash mouth, man, shutting down the run, make people earn it deep, put a cap over the these quarterbacks, and that's been our main focus right now. And as the season goes, I mean, you kind of get that how you're going to be identified label in our brand of football, and that's kind of what we're doing right now. We're trying to kind of build an identity right now, but everything's been going good.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, y'all are not a dark horse team, but y'all are a sleeper team, man, for like making a playoff run. And even the AFC and all, and it's more competitive than it's been in the last 2 decades, in my opinion. But man, y'all gonna make a lot of noise. Very excited for that. That being said, as far as making noise, Justin Herbert, he shut a lot of people up last year. I mean, he came, saw, conquered. He did a fantastic job for his rookie season. How was he? Obviously, you're on the defensive side of the ball, but how was he looking this year going into a sophomore season in the NFL?
Oh, he's looking great, man. He can make all the throws. I think he's definitely improved. The game's slowing down for him. And I think coming in, already having to learn his second, offense kind of expanding his game even more, because now he has to learn another offensive philosophy, another way of thinking, offensive ball, and I think he definitely expanded on that. So I'm excited to see him play in the offense, man. We got a lot of weapons. It's like a basketball team when you go against these guys with Donald Palm, 6'8", Jared Cook, 6'7", Mike Williams, 6'5", Keenan Allen, things like 6'2", 6'3". So they're all giants, and then you got the little squirmy, quick back that you got to cover out the backfield with Eckler. So I mean, they make it very tough to cover, and I think I'm excited to see what they do this season.
Yeah, that's sweet. I know you guys are definitely going to be a competitive season. I'm definitely excited about that. I know definitely coming up. Who would you say some of your favorite players to watch were, or maybe some DBs that maybe you modeled your game after coming up?
Oh man, Aeneas Williams with the Cardinals. Him, Rondé Barber, Champ Bailey. I had Champ and Brian Dawkins as a rookie. So having those two mentor me with the Broncos was huge. Having those two great guys, they really showed you how to be a professional. That you got to take care of your body, you got to continue to watch film. So I was grateful to have those guys for sure.
Yeah, that's sweet. And I know Champ Bailey, man, is definitely one of my favorite corners ever. I think he's the GOAT. He's definitely in that GOAT conversation over time. And I argue with Doug and our other co-hosts about that stuff all the time, man. But that's definitely one of mine. So I don't know if you pay attention to some of the accolades, because I know you've always had the underdog mentality, and that played itself out so well in the field. But how did you feel being named to like the all-decade team and then being named one of the top 30 undrafted free agents in NFL history? Like, how did those accomplishments make you feel, you think?
Oh man, it felt good, to be able to get that recognition. I was in our time period, our decade was, more teams got into the spread. You start seeing more run and gun offense, more no huddle, more passing. So I inherited one of the hardest jobs as a DB, in the slot, because it was more wide open offense. So to be able to get noticed for being able to kind of really change the position, revolutionize the position in the slot, it felt good to get that recognition for sure.
Absolutely, and it was well deserved, because you're 100% right. Like old school smash mouth football, 12-man, 12 man. So 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, a back or a back fullback. So it definitely evolved completely different, where you got to have 4 or 5 defensive backs on the field. So I got to obviously, as a Broncos fan, I got to ask this. So what were some of your favorite moments from that Super Bowl 50 season in general, and maybe the game that you really distinctly remember?
Oh man, I think AFC Championship, playing at the Mile High, it was rocking versus Tom Brady. So going against him in the AFC Championship, it's always going to be, everybody in the world is watching that game. Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady. So to be able to just play in those type of games, multiple times versus Brady, in that rivalry, it was definitely fun. And I would say that game, just beating them and going to the wire, those games are always remember. You always remember those. And Super Bowl, it was just, we felt it early in the week that we had that game, and we had a great game plan, Coach Wade, and we understood as a defense that it's on us. We knew it was on us every week, and we understood that they don't score any points, we win the game. So that was our motto, man. So those are some good memories I had.
Yeah, that's phenomenal to hear, man. I'll replay that Super Bowl, man. That was one of the I watched every Broncos Super Bowl win. You know, I'm old enough to be able to see every win, not every Super Bowl, but definitely every win. So I was super excited to see that one. That one most memorable. Last question I got for you here is I know you've done a lot of work with your foundation, and maybe a lot of people don't know about it, but I definitely saw the stuff you did while you were here in Colorado. I know you do stuff in Oklahoma, stuff in LA. But do you want to tell people a little bit about your foundation and what you guys do?
Oh yeah, man. Just Chris Jr. Foundation. Me and my wife started this in 2012, and from there we've just been able to tackle all at risk. I don't like to put a label or anything that we really focus on, but a lot of things we focus on is the homeless, at risk kids. Widows, fatherless or any parentless. So we try to tackle everything that we can find, not have a specific, area. And we've been able to impact thousands of kids every year, we still do Coast for a Cause. We just did our backpack giveaways that we do every year, supplying the kids with supplies and school, everything that they need for school for the year. We did that in Texas. We did that in Colorado, Oklahoma, California. So we're still doing that stuff and having fun Fridays and things like that for these kids and bringing food trucks. And we're just trying to impact as much as we can during this time, during this pandemic. And people can always donate to Chris Harris Jr. At preseason.com. And we're a true foundation. We're really out there in the streets. We're really out there trying to impact this next generation of children, and really coming with an open heart. And that's me and my wife. My wife does a great job over it. And so we definitely tag team it, man, and try to impact as much as we can.
Yeah, that's phenomenal, man. It's always good. I don't know, like I said, man, being a diehard Broncos fan, it's always good following players, follow work. I was super sad to see you leave the team, but I understand you guys got to do what's best for your family, so I definitely understood it. I cried. I didn't really cry, but I felt like crying. I was like, man, come on. I thought you were going to be a Bronco forever. So thank you so much for the time today, man. We definitely appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It's been such a joy. And really quickly before you go, so people could get involved, donate, what have you. If someone wants to donate to that beautiful foundation that you're doing off the field, where can they go to do that?
Oh, yeah. I said you can go to chrisharrisjr.com, and then we have a foundation tag, and be able to click there and be able to just donate as much as they want.
Perfect. And folks, go down below in the description. I'm going to have all that information down below, so you don't have to type. Just go down below, hit the description button, be right there for you so you can get involved. But Mr. Harris Jr., thank you so much. I mean, you're a legend on the field and even off the field. Just being in your presence is an absolute blessing. Best of luck to you guys for the whole Chargers Nation. You guys are going to rock it this year. I know it. And you guys be sure to stay healthy, okay?
Thank you, bro. Thanks for having me, man. It's fun being on with you guys.
Absolutely. Hope to have you back again soon in the future.
Oh, yeah, no problem, man. Anytime.
Absolutely. Have a great night. Take care.
Turn 100 for the touchdown, king crown, gain inside, leading your town, hit you faster than the sound, bad boy, throw it down, yeah, I'm ill, not my will, don't cop a fill the house, listen to the roaring crowd, drop a light, calm it down, Heisman, all the haters mouth, superhero hit them, wow, packing more action than bing, boom, bam, pow, touchdown for the win, we live, subscribe right now.